Greetings everyone, this is Non-Expert here, back again with another video. Today we'll be solving problem number 27 and the difficulty it's been rated at is easy. This problem was asked by Facebook. I've actually seen this asked a lot in a lot of other interviews. Let's just get down to it. So given a string of round, curly and square open and closing brackets, return whether the brackets are balanced or not. So for example, given the string, um, you know, just the particular string which is given, you can see that all these things are valid. And the way you see that a particular bracket is valid is basically stating that, if you have an opening bracket, then it should have a closing bracket, and a closing bracket should have an opening bracket, and so on and so forth. So fortunately, we were able to find a similar problem on LeetCode, and we'll be diving right into it. Again, you can sort of pause this video and check out the link given in the description below. But this problem is actually pretty simple to do, and we are given everything else. And the way we'll be sort of proceeding with this is by sort of building out a brackets dictionary. So let's just do that. The reason why we're building out a brackets dictionary is just so that we can sort of contain what's going to be the opening bracket and just store the pair as a key value pair, just so that we can understand that if I encounter an opening bracket, whether it be curly or normal or square, we know for a fact that it needs to match up to something else as well, right? So that's the reason why we're doing that. So basically we have a brackets dictionary which has the key as the opening brackets and the values as closing brackets. Cool. And the way we can sort of proceed with this entire solution is by actually maintaining a stack, right? Uh, and the stack is just going to push in the values whenever you encounter an opening bracket and pop them out whenever you encounter a closing bracket, and then it will just move forward from there. Again, it's pretty simple. So let's just get down to it. Let's make an list which is going to be stack. And our return clause is basically going to be equal to um, if our length of the stack is equal to 0, then we need to return true. That means that whatever has been pushed into the stack will get popped out also, right? And let's just pick up each element inside our string. And basically what we're going to do is that we're going to do two checks whether the element which we are presently at in our string, whether that thing is a closing bracket or opening bracket. If it's an opening bracket, we'll just append it to our stack, and if it's a closing bracket, we will check whether the value which is at the top of the stack, or whether it's the same thing in the brackets dictionary, right? So let's just do that. Let's just say, hey, if this element is in the brackets, basically if it's a key inside our brackets, that means it's an opening bracket, and we just append it to our stack. Otherwise, what we'll do is we need to handle two conditions. And the first condition is that if there's nothing inside the stack and you've encountered a closing bracket, right? That's false, as you can see. Okay, there's no example given over here, but if you're just given this as a string, this is invalid. So for that, if there's nothing inside the stack and you're trying to match something, if that does not happen, you return a false. So we return a false here. And the other condition is basically if there is some value inside the stack, we'll just pop that guy out, and to pop out the last element. So whenever we do val stack pop, we'll most likely get an opening bracket, and all we need to do is match that opening bracket with the uh, element which you're presently at. So we just say that if brackets val is not equal to the element, then we return a false. Again, pretty simple. You can sort of modify this thing in one if condition itself. So I'll be doing that. I'll just say, hey, if brackets stack dot pop is not equal to the element, basically that if I've encountered um, a normal closing bracket, and if it does not, and if the stack does not have an opening bracket, which is this, then we return false. If it has a curly bracket and I've encountered this, then that's false. So that's the reason why we're doing that. And that's basically it. So let's just run this code. Hopefully it should run. Okay, so we are facing a little bit of problem. Let's just check, did we code it out a little differently? Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. So that's my bad. I soft wrote and it was supposed to be an or condition if you don't have anything inside the stack, or if this guy does not match, then we return a false. Let's try running it one more time, and hopefully it should run now. Cool, and let's just submit this answer. So basically the entire operation is that you have a bunch of elements, and each element that you presently add, you're basically pushing them inside a stack if it's an opening bracket. Otherwise, you just take out the you just pop out the values consecutively and just check all those things. Again, this is a pretty simple problem. I was rated as an easy difficulty, but it's a problem where people get stuck most of the times, but it's a pretty simple problem if you get the gist of what you're trying to accomplish. The way we solved this was 65% faster. Again, these things are irrelevant. But what I would like to focus over here is that there are actually multiple ways of solving this problem. You can also maintain a counter, but you'll have to sort of check that counter every single time. Again, there are multiple approaches to this, but this entire approach sort of makes it easier for the interviewer to also understand that whatever you're doing is being the correct way or not. All right, cool. So that's it for today's video. Again, if you have any difficulties and you want me to talk about a few other things, do leave it in the comments below. And if you did like this video, do give a like and do subscribe to our channel. We are discussion over here and we're pushing videos on the daily, and we'd love to have you on board with us. Again, if you've already subscribed, you're awesome. We all know it, and have a great day. Thank you.